আসসালামু আলাইকুম রহমতুল্লাহ। সুপ্রিয় শিক্ষার্থী বন্ধুরা, এনভায়রনমেন্টাল ল এর ফাইনাল ক্লাসের 4 নাম্বার কোশ্চেনে তোমাদেরকে সুস্বাগত। আমাদের আজকে আলোচ্য বিষয় হচ্ছে আর্টিকেল 3 ওয়াটার সোর্সেস এগ্রিমেন্ট জেনারেল প্রিন্সিপাল কি এটা জানবো। Article 3 of International Water Agreements such as the UN Water Courses Convention establish that basin states can enter into localized or specified agreement to adapt the general rules to the unique characteristics of the shared river, lake and aquifer system, provided these facts do not conflict with the basic international water principles. The general principles governing the allocation, use, and protection of these transboundary water sources are equitable and reasonable utilization, obligation not to cause significant harm, general duty to cooperate, prior notification of planet measures, protection and prevention. তাহলে প্রিন্সিপাল 3 এর পয়েন্ট হচ্ছে 1 2 3 4 5টা। ইকুইটেবল, রিজনেবল ইউটিলাইজেশন, obligation not to cause significant harm, general duty to cooperate, prior notification of planet measures, protections and prevention. Again, equitable and reasonable utilization, obligation not to cause significant harm, general duty to cooperate, prior notification of planet measures, and protection and preservation. Equitable and reasonable utilization, obligation not to cause significant harm, general duty to cooperate, prior notification of planet measures, protection and preservation. Question number 4. Explain reasonable and equitable water courses according to Article 5 and 6 and Article 7 not to do any significant harm. According to the UN Water Courses Convention, international shared water must be managed and developed to maximize benefits while protecting the environment and respecting the needs of all riparian states. These rules are primarily governed by Article 5, 6, 7. Article 5. Equitable and reasonable utilization. States sharing an international water course must utilize the water in an equitable and reasonable manner. Optimal utilization. The water must be used and developed to attain the best sustainable balance of benefits while protecting water course itself. Mutual participation. While states have a right to utilize the water, they also bear the duty to cooperate in its protection. Article 6 says factors relevant to equitable and reasonable utilization হচ্ছে geographic and ecological, social and economic, conservation and alternatives. Article 7 says obligation not to cause significant harm. This is one of the most critical and heavily debated principle in international water law. Prevention. A state must take all appropriate measures to prevent causing significant harm to other nations sharing the same water course. Mitigation and compensation. If significant harm does occur, the acting state must take immediate measures to eliminate or reduce the damage. Consult with the affected state and, where appropriate, discuss the compensation. Let's have a look the question again. Question number 3. Article 3 Water Course Agreement General Principle. It has 5 points: equitable, reasonable utilization, obligation not to cause significant harm, general duty to cooperate, prior notification to planet measure, protection and reservation. এরপর কোশ্চেন নাম্বার 4 হচ্ছে explain reasonable and equitable water courses according to Article 5, 6 and 7 not to cause significant harm. According to UN Water Course Convention in international shared water must be managed and developed to maximize benefits while protecting the environment and respecting the needs of all riparian states. These rules are primarily governed by Article 5, 6 and 7. Article 5. Equitable, reasonable utilization. optimal utilization, mutual participation. Article 6, factors relevant to equitable and reasonable utilization হচ্ছে geographic and economical, ecological, social and economic, conservation and alternatives. Article 7 হচ্ছে obligation not to cause significant harm, prevention and mitigation, compensation. Thank you all.